our friend Blake Murphy called this series, the Raptors-Sixers series, a contrast in vibes. Star-driven against synergy-driven, overhyped versus underrated. I tend to agree. Marc Spears, how do you see this playing out?
Joe Embiid is really good.
Yeah.
He just really seems like an unstoppable force, a Shaq-like force with dribbling skills and the ability to shoot three. I know the Tybal piece is really interesting in terms of him missing games, which I think will ended up pushing that series a little bit longer. But him, James, they got to figure out a way to get Harris better involved. But I don't think Toronto can stop the Embiid train now.
Kenny?
Embiid is really good.
2 times. Tell him again.
Embiid is really good, man. And, I'll say this. Boom, 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 swish. Everybody in Toronto knows what I'm talking about. If that doesn't boom, boom, and it clanks.
Toronto wins in overtime.
If it doesn't clank, I'm telling you now that Sixer organization would be a whole different environment. So I don't know. Do we have a boom boom clank or boom boom switch? I don't know if we have that in it this year.
Okay, so fellas, if Embiid is so good, and let's admit he is good.
He's an MVP candidate.
Since 2019, so 16 games now, regular season playoffs. And against a whole iteration of Raptors lineups. We're talking Aaron Baines, Alex Len, Precious Achiuwa. Why is he shooting 37% against Toronto?
Well, that was then. This is now.
Well, no, I'm talking, Kenny, that's been the last 3 regular seasons on top of that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about I'm on looking at him this year. He was, before, Sam Cassell's a good friend of mine, obviously was a teammate. I talked to him on a regular. And the focus that he talks about when he first got there with Doc Rivers and Embiid, and the way he talks about him now is I told him about 2 weeks ago, I said, Sam, it's like you're talking about 2 different guys. So his focus about missing games, being involved, speaking up, being a leader. He would have never made comments before about Ben Simmons. He would have missed games this year that he probably didn't miss. He has a different focus. Yeah. So I think that's why he was 37%, because he was eating grapes on a damn stretching board before a game outside in Toronto. I'm like, who does that? Guy who's not focused. You won't see the grapes and eating and getting a massage on the court. You won't see that. You have not seen pictures like that again.
I will say this, a few games ago, he was 6 of 20 against a defense that just kept throwing long bodies against him, and I am going to be thrilled to see how it works out.
Wait. One question for you.
We're a hard out on Kenny here, Mark. We got a hard out on Kenny.
What is James Harden averaging against him this year?
Yeah, he's done nothing.
He's 0-2.
But if he does something, that could be an X factor. Fellas,